Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. President Muhammadu Buhari blows hot, reveals why APC lost polls. Of course, there have been so many parties, going through election, but APC being the ruling party has lost a lot of unnecessary, losses that they've gotten, at the polls because of, bitterness. That's what they think. But the truth of the matter is a party without fundamentals, a party without, foundation in the sense that people are coming together without real definition of what it stands for, the opportunity for that to happen is very large. What do I mean by that? APC is not it's not a virgin party that started, with people of same ideology, same political views and, reference, standing for the same purpose, believing in the same, things that will move the party forward. It is a coalition of more than 3, 4 parties that came together, bearing in mind that Muhammadu Buhari's people came with a mindset of what their party has been before. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu people came into APC with what they had, what their party stands for, their model of memorandums, and things that they believe a party should be, what should be important to them. So you're saying that APC has been embittered in battles, crisis, bitterness is an understatement. What I think APC should do is, first of all, go back to the drawing board. But by the way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. A very warm, big thank you to every one of you for your continuous support. Thanks for being there. God bless you. I told you, Muhammadu Buhari, he blows hot, reveals why APC has constantly lost polls recently. I'll continue with the news. President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday lambasted the All Progressive Congress APC for often being embroidered in bitterness and on occasion totally unnecessary squads and scrambling for power. Buhari regarded that the ugly development had led to the party losing governorship and legislative seats in its administration. He spoke while inaugurating the tripartite constituted committee of the executive, legislature, and leadership of the APC, chaired by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, at the Council Chamber of the Presidential Villa in Abuja. He said, "But we must admit to ourselves that our party has been too often embittered in bitterness and on occasion totally unnecessary squabbles, costing us seats in the legislative and global national elections. This never should have happened. We are here to make sure such occasions never happen again. We must now ensure regular constitutions between the party and the government. I am a firm believer in the doctrine of separation of power, which is fundamental in our constitutional democracy. But our parties should be humble. Humility should check us out and balance every devils of bitterness and pity rivals that we have among ourselves. Noting that the APC enjoys a clear majority in the Senate and in the House of Representatives, Buhari said the working relationship between the executive and the legislative arm has been excellent so far. As one government, we must further align ourselves and be active. As one government, we must further align ourselves and be alive to our electoral promises. We need to nurture our party, which is the platform that will take us to our country and our country forward. He added, while inaugurating the committee, Buhari noted its success would directly enhance the success of his regime and greatly impacts the condition of the people in the country. The Senate President Ahmed Lawa told State House correspondents after the inauguration that the federal lawmakers will no longer tolerate appointees of the president abusing the National Assembly. In his remark, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajubamila, said the idea behind the committee was for officials to speak with one voice without sacrificing constitutional responsibility principles of checks and balances. and separate of powers, but we work as one unit. That is Muhammad Buhari and his people working as one, trying to see how they can, work together and effect change in our community. But the truth be told is that this party has started on a wrong foot. Okay, so the Bible says, "If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do?" So the foundations of APC started on it was a very shaky, faulty one. You're talking about teaching an old dog new tricks. So what do I mean by that? APC party started with, the APC party started when, some party came together and, they said, okay, we have to unseat People Democratic Party. But there were no clear models of memorandum with this party. There were no clear, decisive, mission as to what do we stand for? What are we doing? What is our bet? What do we, how do we go about what we want to do? There were no clear-cut direction. So the party just started and doing what they wanted to do. And of course, they got their aim and their ambition, and that was first of all to unseat the People Democratic Party, which they succeeded in doing. Fine. They've unseated the People Democratic Party. What next? What next? Don't forget that they sought out a well-meaning consultant from America who works with Barack Obama, whom the person of Ashiwaji Bola Tinubu, paid for. How he made the money, only God knows. I don't know what business Ashiwaji Bola Tinubu is into. I don't know if he's into crude oil. I don't know whatever he's into, just speculating. Is one of the persons, as we heard, who sought for the service of this consultant and made a reform in APC, gave a renowned reform that, transformed and made Nigerians to begin to see Muhammadu Buhari in a new light. First of all, they started with his weaknesses. They worked on that, dealt with it, and they began to make Buhari acceptable to Nigerians. You know what you see? There are things that go straight to your mind that begins to alter the way you perceive, the way you see, your judgment, your the way you begin to wrong, right. You see, so some of those things were, Buhari's image. How is he being seen? What is the perception? How do Nigerians relate to him? Do they appreciate the fact that he has led before? What were the pitfalls? What did he do? What things did he leave that could become, what that have become grown now? What things can come back and bite him in the butt? These were some of the things they looked at, and guess what? They worked on those parts and manipulated Nigerians, and Nigerians fell for the trick. You see, it's until the administration started and we said, wow, what a trick, what indeed a deceit. Because when you stay on a moving train, it might look so sophisticated outside, but if it's not going anywhere, you're in one spot. So, people, what do you think? Leave us a comment. God bless you. For us, it's bye for now.